Title 17 U.S. Code 512F provides penalties for the deliberate misrepresentation of copyright infringement. The owners and authors of this video, the Common Denominator, and the Paramystic Broadcast Channel are a nonprofit 501c3 exempt organization and believes in good faith that it constitutes educational fair use, as per Title 17 U.S.C. 107. Persons, agencies, attorneys, and or social media algorithms filing a false or frivolous Digital Millennium Copyright Act complaint may be subject to civil liability. Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Accordingly, viewer discretion is advised.
How's everybody doing on this Tuesday night?
Fine and dandy. Hey.
Yay.
Welcome in.
I'm in Florida. It's not supposed to be 50 degrees outside. So
I'm sitting here in Oklahoma in short sleeves and shorts, and I ain't showing my legs. I just hang it up.
I got pants on, so
Oh, you
cold.
poor
Actually,
baby.
my fingers that are
Hey,
cold.
Miss Ruth, how you doing?
How are you doing tonight? Well,
we got Dave Callion sitting in the green room waiting to pop in. Say hello.
Well, tonight we'll be talking about the border.
Do I have to?
Yes, you do.
We just want you on for a few minutes, unless you want to stay on longer. So,
all right, bring it on.
Well, we're going to be talking about the border tonight. What's going to happen down there?
What could happen?
What could happen down there?
The people in the media that's already there, and they're covering it, and places you can find to watch live coverage from it. We will actually be doing a live feed from there as well. I will not be there, as my company will not allow us to participate. We will be flying our flags as we ride and do our daily duties.
Well, at least you're bringing groceries in and everything else. So,
yeah, we got to make sure everybody's got food.
But to start out with, have any of y'all heard the new Tom McDonald song?
I have, and it is fabulous. But apparently we have Mr. Dave Callion, who has not. So we're going to show him what Tom McDonald and his special, very special guests are doing.
Oh, yeah.
I think you'll be impressed.
Crazy. So here we go.
They call me offensive, controversial, only two genders, boys and girls. They can't cancel my message because I'm the biggest independent rapper in the whole freaking world. Claim that I'm racist, yeah, alright. I'm not ashamed because I'm white. If every Caucasian's a bigot, I guess every Muslim's a terrorist. Every liberal is right. I don't want to talk to folks who don't get it. Go woke, go broke, no hope, it's pathetic. Pro-choice, pronouns, pro-love, you're progressive. But you ain't pro-gun, no wonder protected. Where the American flag's at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they've all been replaced with BLM flags or a rainbow. This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your dollars into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets, you defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself, what would Ben do?
I ask myself, what would Ben do?
What would Ben do?
And look at that grin on the TV. Look at them grins on that
Hey,
TV
I love it.
behind
I
you.
love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, it's hilarious.
That
Come
is
on,
perfect.
All right, here we
come
go.
on, roll it, roll it, roll it. I love it.
I'm rolling.
Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect.
Let's look at the stats. I've got the facts. My money like Liz with my pockets.
Go,
are fat.
Ben.
Homie, I'm epic. Don't be a wap. Dog, it's a yarmulke. Homie, no cap. Look at the graphs. Look at my charts. You're blowing money on strippers and cars. You going to prison. I'm on television. Dogs, no one knows who you are. Keep hating on me on the internet. My comment section all woke Karens. And I make racks off compound interest. Y'all live with your parents. Nikki, take some notes. I just did this for fun. All my people download this. Let's get a billboard #1.
This ain't rap, this ain't money, cars and clothes. We ain't selling drugs, we ain't gonna overdose. We ain't pushing guns, ain't promoting stripper poles. We won't turn your sons into thugs or your daughters into hoes. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets, you defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself, what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you. You mad, you mad, you mad. I guess it's cool to be the victim, well, I'ma be the man. You sad, you sad, you sad. You just try to get attention, being triggered's all you have. You mad, you mad, you mad. You blame everybody else for every problem that you can. You sad, you sad, you sad. I will never say I'm sorry, I ain't taking nothing back. I don't care if I offend you. I was put here to upset you. You can cry and you can scream, you can riot in the streets, you defunded the police, now there's no one to protect you. I hope I offend you. I ask myself, what would Ben do? Let's just keep it real facts. Don't care how you feel, man. If you want my pronouns, I'm the man who don't respect you.
Hey, we got another
That
one that wants to jump in
is-
here.
This is old Chris that wants to join in. Let me get you a link, Chris. I'll send you in. He used to be a trucker. He used to be a trucker.
Man, oh man.
Uh,
Hey, you know what we haven't done for a while?
What?
huh.
Why don't we do the giveaway tool and do WWBD? What would Ben do?
Sure, why not?
Hey,
Man,
I've got truck
there's
flags I
already-
can send out.
There's already. Hold on, Susie. I'm trying to get Discord to load.
Ooh, how'd you like that?
I love that. That was awesome.
Wasn't that
Dude,
awesome?
I did not.
Who knew Ben Shapiro could rap?
I mean, it makes a little bit of sense since, you know, he's.
I mean, I've heard him take off in a short clip in like 60 seconds, rip everybody a new backside. I'm going to tell you, he's hurt some feelings. I'm going to tell you.
Oh yeah,
When
he's
he
hurt a
said
lot of feelings.
When he said defund the police, the first thing that came to my mind was that one guy from down south. He's always got a mouth on him, and he says, "The next time you want to defund the police, the next time you're in trouble, call a crackhead."
Yeah.
Tom McDonald got some good ones in there. You ain't pro gun, now you got no protection.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's sad. That's sad that they wanted to get us to the point where we can't even protect ourselves. But, you know, they think, you know, that the criminals are going to follow the law.
Yeah.
Not.
Right.
I mean,
yeah. You know what?
they must be in one of Joe Biden's crack centers. There you go, Miss Ruth. There you go. Throw
you
it up
go.
there. Throw it up there.
Yeah. So enter
Yes,
#
ma'am.
or hashtag WWBD for a chance
What
to win a
would Ben
Trent
do?
flag. What would Ben do?
All right, I love that. Thanks for bringing me on for that stuff, guys. I'm gonna get back in the background and run after some kids.
And also,
Thanks for hopping in.
Oh yeah.
dog, it's a yarmulke, homie, no cap. My pockets are like Lego or Lizzo. My pockets are fat.
Give a
I
short plug
identify
for
as
your
a-
show, sir. While you're here. Where can we
Cyber
find you?
cyber warfare. You can find it on the Paramystic, the common denominator. Friday nights 5:00. I will actually be on with Vincent tomorrow to let everyone know the tech stuff that is changing for the network. It's all cosmetic, like you see in the background here. I did the coding and got the movable background with a truck in the background. So a lot of new stuff coming to the network, and we're going to go over a lot of that stuff tomorrow. So
Awesome. Thank you so much for all the hard work you put into our networks.
Very
always,
much
I
so,
love
man.
doing it. I love doing it. All right, I'll
I'm gonna
see you
go-
guys in a bit.
See you
All
later.
right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just post the StreamYard link into the comments in case anybody wants to come up. So I sent one to Susie and Chris, but yeah, it's
Looks
Now I
like
gotta
we're
get
doing
back on
open
track.
mic night while we're talking about what's going to happen at the border on February 2nd and 3rd.
yeah, it's gonna
It's
be
it's
interesting.
going to be interesting, and guess what?
This
It's
could go
long
either way.
overdue. This could go either way. We could have another January 6th on our hands. I'm really praying we don't.
Me too.
But we have some video evidence tonight that, may indicate otherwise.
Where did you?
But we're going to
at,
give you
Sam?
some statistics. Let's start with our friend who was down in Panama.
All right, you're gonna have to tell me where to go with this one because
And
I
to
do
start
not
at the
know.
first, we're only going to do like partial clips of it. We got somebody in the green room.
Hey,
I can't
Chris.
see
What up, Chris? Welcome to the show.
little as I can get away with. So what do you think about all this stuff at the border?
It's long overdue.
Well,
We're hoping that they'd be talking about it.
I don't see
Yeah,
that all
we'll see how
going
much they
pretty. I don't see that going pretty.
I don't see it going pretty either because, we'll show some of the video that was just dropped about 6 hours ago, 6.5 hours ago. We'll show it later on by one of our other investigative podcasters.
Well, I seen where somebody, I don't remember where I seen it, but somebody talking about that razor wire is dangerous. Well, of course it is.
It's only dangerous if you touch
Pull
it.
your dumb ass through it. I mean, come on. I put that stuff up before. You even being careful, it can bite you.
Oh, yeah. I've hauled it before, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
will bite.
Oh yeah.
What's
it'll
up,
bite
George Jones?
you. Uh-oh.
I got a possum that stays around my house. His name's George Jones.
Oh, that's right.
Well, yeah,
Wait,
that would be all right, too.
went away.
Now, this
Yeah.
gentleman right here was down in
Needle.
Panama earlier this week, and he was flying into Austin, I believe he said, to attend the border. So he will be doing a live stream from there as well. There's going to be a whole lot of media down there. So hopefully, with all the cameras rolling, nobody's going to show their derrieres.
Yeah.
Hopefully. All right.
I don't
I'll
want
go ahead.
to see our soldiers attacking citizens of our country.
I don't think it's our soldiers we're going to have to worry about. I really don't.
Well, I don't know,
So-
man. It seems to me like all these globalist people think that at some point they're just going to be able to snap their fingers and everybody's going to fall in line. I don't see that happening ever.
I don't see it
Ever
ever happening either. But
It's never
they're
Past when they tried to make it happen that way, ever.
well, they're trying to get all of us independent thinkers to die off from the
Yep.
hokey pokey.
I'll go ahead and
That-
start this video real
I
quick.
just
So,
don't-
Let's get her rolling.
Okay, go ahead.
On the broadcast today, I'm coming to you from in the club and waiting on my flight to Austin, Texas, where I'll be heading down to the border to cover this conflict between Texas and the federal government that's taking place. And like I said yesterday, it's kind of a perfect storm because in the midst of that conflict, you also have a caravan of migrants that's coming up from the south, and you have a caravan of patriots that's coming down from the north, and all of them are going to clash right around that park in Eagle Pass, Texas. Now, as I said yesterday, this is a lot of it is just theater, because for one thing, the massive convoy of 10,000 people that left southern Mexico a couple weeks ago, hasn't even made it to the northern border yet. And even when they do, they're going to make it. They're not going to all come to one place. What happens is they go to Mexico City, and from there, the cartels tell them where they're going to be able to go and to cross the border into the United States. So the cartels are acting like traffic cops to say, okay, this group of people is going to go up to Lukeville, this group of people is going to go to Eagle Pass, this group of people will go to McAllen, et cetera, and we'll spread them out across the border. And a lot of that has to do with where the cartels want to bring drugs across, and so they want to create a crisis in certain areas of the border to keep the Border Patrol busy, and then instead of
yep.
being able to cover the whole border, there will be big wide open spaces where the cartels can bring their drugs through unmolested. Now, there was a very interesting and very telling exchange between James Kirby and the reporter from Fox News that was just that put up online. This is from let's see, Peter Doocy. He just grilled John Kirby about.
I heard about this
whole issue.
It was funny,
and it was very telling because James Kirby said,
Yeah, it was.
well, first Doocy said, why are you guys against stopping the traffic at the border? And Kirby said, what makes you think that? And he's like, what are you talking about? You want to remove the barbed wire that's keeping people out? And Kirby said, no, we want to remove the barbed wire so that the Border Patrol agents can do their jobs. And that sounds good, but then as the conversation went on, he sort of got him to clarify, well, what do you mean by the Border Patrol agents doing their jobs? Isn't stopping.
How much more of this did you want to watch?
Give it about 5 more minutes.
Because we could show a real video, the actual video of.
Yeah.
the
I mean,
people
you
who are
can.
coming across doing their jobs for them. And he said, no. Kirby said that their job.
Yeah, I could get the real Doocy up there. That conversation was good. So
And see,
yeah.
he's giving you insight into what's
Sorry, I
really
didn't wanna
going on, people. He's really giving you some insight into what's really playing out as to why they want the razor wire down for the most part. But he also discusses later on in the video about the 100-yard buffer zone between Mexico and us. Now, Mexico has 100 yards on our side. We have 100 yards on our side, and they have 100 yards on their side, and that's their patrol zone.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty true. That's why
Yeah,
they're
but-
starting at the park. That's also
who's
why
that-
when they build the wall, they build it that far off of the Rio Grande as well. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not getting comments, I guess. That sucks.
I don't think anybody's commenting.
I couldn't
Joe,
see
Any
yeah,
more
I don't see
national
where-
standout? There we go.
I didn't see Julia. I didn't see Susie's comment. Dang, I didn't see
What'd
any
you say,
comments
sir?
past when I sent the StreamYard link.
Oh.
So, yeah, and Julie, a lot of the truckers coming for this is actually from Canada, from
Yeah.
the Freedom Day or what is Freedom Ride, whatever it was.
The Freedom Ride. But there are also a lot of American truck drivers that's coming as well.
Oh, yeah, there is a lot of American
Hey,
truck
Joe. Hey,
drivers. So
Julia. Julia.
this was Peter Ducey tearing them up.
Why are you guys making it easier for people to enter the country illegally?
I don't believe we are. Why do you think we are?
Well, you guys sued to cut razor wire that was put in place by Texas officials.
So that the Border Patrol could actually do their jobs. But keep going.
Well, you won in court, so now what? The Border Patrol Union president is saying the Supreme Court's decision is going to undoubtedly encourage more illegal immigration. Do you guys know better than the Border Patrol Union?
The Border Patrol needed access, and that's why we sued to get rid of that razor wire so that they could do their job. And you know what would also help them do their jobs, Peter?
Sure.
More Border Patrol agents. There's an idea. And if you go back to the supplemental request that we put in, there's money in there for some 1,300 additional Border Patrol agents. We want to help them do their jobs. We want to give them more resources. And the answer we keep getting back from House Republicans is no, no, no.
Does razor wire work?
Does razor wire work for what? Does it work for the Border Patrol to allow them to have the access they need to be able to better process people that are trying to get across the border? I don't think so, and that's why we asked for it to be removed.
But what is the president's plan? This is happening just weeks after 300,000 people came into this country over the southern border illegally. The razor wire officials down there think was keeping some of them out. And you guys just sued and won to remove it.
On behalf of the Border Patrol, who needed to have better access to it. Look, let me go back to your other question. And I know I'm running short on time, so I won't filibuster here. But what's the plan? Please look at the stuff we've put forward. The immigration reform legislation that the president put forward on day one. The work we're doing in the region. Just last week,
Oh,
we
the
had
open borders.
Mexican officials here to talk about how together we have and will continue to try to stem the flow of migrants. You mentioned the numbers. No question there's a lot of people trying to make that journey, but it's not just to the United States, it's to other countries in the world, in the region. We're seeing historic movement. Not since World War II have we seen this many people on the move in this hemisphere. And the Mexicans are really stepping up and trying to do more on their southern border to keep that flow going north lower. And we have seen in recent weeks some success at that. The idea that we don't have a plan or a strategy or we're not taking this seriously is just not borne out by the facts. And, you know, again, if the folks on the House Republican side are serious about border security, and they claim they are, then they should act on the supplemental request. And, you know, let's negotiate this in good faith. The president has said he's willing to make compromises. He's willing to negotiate in good faith. So
Balderdash. Balderdash.
Negotiations are not going to solve.
I agree with that.
They're not going to solve it.
Well,
When Joe Biden stood up there and
They already
said,
said-
our borders are wide open, come on to America, the influx
The same thing.
started.
Well, you think out of all the people that they got that believe in their stupid crap, they might be able to find somebody that can actually lie well. But they can't.
you might think
Because-
so.
And I've been saying this for decades, man. The Democrat, well, I don't even like the Republicans, but that's beside the point. The Democrats have everything that they've been saying for the past couple of decades and blaming everybody else for is exactly what they are, in fact, doing themselves.
Now, they're saying that this border problem wasn't caused by Biden. It was caused by the previous administration because
And for that,
was not.
Biden is deporting more people than Trump did. That's because nobody was dumb enough to illegally cross over during Trump. Not dumb enough, but
How are they deporting more of them when they're having to bust them away from the border so that they can
Well, if
be
you-
taken care of by sanctuary cities that is getting federal funding?
Exactly.
well, there's more coming over for one. I mean,
It's 'cause
There's
they're
been
not-
10
They're not-
million people crossed that border since Joe Biden took office. And thank you, Dave Galleon, for that. We pulled that fact up before the show. That's why we opened with Tom about facts.
Oh yeah, I thought that song was pretty cool, but I still got to get with Van, Chad, and tell him thank you very much. I listen to rap music now.
there's a lot
Awesome.
of people. Do you know, I watched about 50 reviews of that song, and I was amazed at the people who didn't know who Ben Shapiro was, and now they're going to look up Ben Shapiro because they love Tom McDonald so much. They're going to look
I
up
like
Ben
Tom.
Shapiro.
I like Tom, but I like the guy. It's not, I say that about Tupac too. I like Tupac. I liked the man. Not so much music, but some of his
Yeah.
stuff wasn't bad, But I
Well,
didn't start listening to rap music, so
I don't listen to a
I
lot of
don't
rap
either.
music, but
Actually,
you know what? When Tom McDonald first started pushing his Brave album, that's when I started listening to him.
I've heard
Every
some
penny he
that's a-
made from that album sells. He
I don't know.
donated to help veterans.
I only ever knew who
So,
he was because, the way people go after him. I thought, well, he must be over the target because he wouldn't be getting flack if he wasn't over the target, right?
Stick to topic.
That's right. I mean,
They
he is
said,
a patriot. He is from Canada, actually.
No, I know.
yeah, they said
And
that.
you know what? He came down
They
here
said
for
Ben
some freedom.
Shapiro's new name. Ben Shapiro's new name is going to be Jupac.
Oh
does
my
anybody know
goodness.
what? Hey, would you fly on a plane with Ben Shapiro, Chris?
I wouldn't get on a plane with anybody. I'm not getting on a plane.
How about you, Susie?
Nope.
Well,
No.
I wouldn't get on a plane with Ben Shapiro. You know why?
Why?
He's always destroying the left wing.
Oh God!
Oh, that's
Should
cute.
have known it.
Only you,
I
Chad.
didn't come up with that, Dijon. I saw it in the comments. So
Yep, you're in timeout, Chad.
Did
You
you
hear it.
did you really just say Dijon?
yes, I did.
I am not mustard.
It's D.
Here's one with a Democrat that surprised me, especially knowing him. Not knowing him, but knowing his stutter and his whatever you want to call it,
His renegade hoodie self.
Congress attire. Yes. Oh. It's
We got
2024,
Miss Ruth
people.
tickled.
Oh, let me say something to you, Chad, before you start this. Lou tonight had Mike
Come on
Flynn
now.
on it.
He's General Flynn.
Yeah, General Flynn, General Mike Flynn.
This is
You're breaking up for me.
Got
Probably
it.
the internet.
Shut up!
Hour.
Okay, Chad, are we having technical issues again?
Trying to rewind Tuesday when it's our time to do the show. Here we go. Let me just play this.
Can dream.
Stop weaponizing my
I think two
border
things can be true at the
crisis.
same time. You can be very supportive of immigration, but we also need to have a secure border. And I think about immigration as we want to provide the American dream for any migrant. But it seems very difficult when you have 300,000 people showing up encountered at our border to do that.
And Senator Fetterman cannot be more correct. Harris, let's start with the fact.
I'm surprised
John
that
Fetterman supporting border control.
I'm surprised at Fetterman.
I'm surprised you had
I never
thought.
I am too.
But I'm glad to see more
What is going
Democrats
on
are
this week whenever
actually
you have Ben
waking up and smelling the coffee.
Well, how can they not, man? It's all around everybody. I don't know why people haven't been saying this for decades. This has been coming for at least 3-4 decades now. Hard at us, and people just act like it never happens, man.
Everybody's more worried about keeping up with the Joneses than they are what's actually going on out in the world.
Not me. I can give a damn what the Joneses got. None of mine, don't care.
Well, that doesn't surprise us, Joe Fox.
Mine might be too. So part of it might
Anything
be
to do with the border right now, they're slowing down. So
Joe Fox asked
stick with us.
Chris, is that reggae? Is that a reggae hat you're wearing?
No, but I've had it for almost 30 years now.
Yeah.
So wait.
It's just,
It's just tie dye.
yeah, it's just tied.
Hippie hat.
It's blue on the back.
Dion says Chris is right. This started showing signs after Vietnam, even more during Desert Storm. So,
well, Desert Storm was a joke, and the only reason we ended up in Iraq a second time was because little George had to try to fix Big George's fuck up.
Language.
Sorry.
And wound up messing it up even worse.
And now we got Sleepy Joe trying to start even more shit all over the world.
Yep.
Well, they've been fighting for this whole Iran war thing for decades as well. So,
yep. So here's another one. The video you sent me, not the long one, but the video you sent me earlier this week, Sally, from the Scribs. Is that what it was?
Scripps.
I don't know. I watched so many video reviews trying to find good content for our viewers. It's amazing.
Well,
Let's see. This is the one with God's Army protest convoy headed for southern border. Sorry, people. Maybe I need to restart my computer. It always does this on Tuesday nights. And no, Biden caused Afghanistan to collapse again. So
yeah, he snatched all the troops out and left all of our equipment and our weapons for the Afghans. The terrorists now have them. Matter of fact, a lot of it, the equipment that was left in Afghanistan has wound up in Hamas's hand in Gaza.
Yeah.
And that is a fact.
Yeah. And we put
Shocking,
Hamas in
right?
power too, for that matter.
Isn't that just shocking, though, that something like that would happen? China started landing in Bagram maybe a month after everybody was gone from Afghanistan?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I said that to Sue.
Let's see. Here's this.
They said they were going to pull out like that. And I thought, yep, now we know what that purported $1.5 billion deal with Hunter was about.
Yep.
making it easier, to get all that silver out of that country.
Is planning a peaceful
Yep.
Roll that beautiful beam footage, sir.
Let's see. So here's about this is the truckers. So
rally in what organizers are calling the Take Our Border Back convoy. According to its website, the convoy have called themselves God's Army and are calling on active and retired law enforcement, military, veterans, elected officials, and other law-abiding, freedom-loving Americans to join the cause.
These people are committed to a peaceful demonstration that we've had enough. The American people have had enough.
Last week on Fox Business, Republican Congressman Keith Self of Texas said he supports the group, which plans to leave Monday from Virginia Beach and head south to Jacksonville, Florida, before making several stops along the border. On February 3rd, the group plans to split up for 3 separate rallies in Eagle Pass, Texas, Yuma, Arizona, and San Ysidro, California. Convoy leaders telling Vice News they want to, quote, shed light on the obvious dangers posed by wide-open southern borders. It comes amid a feud between Texas Governor Greg Abbott and the Biden White House over border enforcement measures.
It's unfortunate that there is a governor in Texas, Governor Abbott, who has politicized this issue of what's happening on the border. And it's not making people's lives safer. It's actually making it harder for law enforcement at the border to do their job.
Over the weekend, Governor Abbott vowing the fight is not over after the Supreme Court voted 5-4 last week in favor of the federal government's power to remove razor wire installed at Abbott's direction along stretches of the border in Texas. Former President Donald Trump over the weekend in Las Vegas.
they said it's legal to remove it, not it's illegal to put it up.
Yes, commenting on
What
the
they said.
situation.
When I'm president, instead of trying to send Texas a restraining order, I will send them reinforcements.
Texas now receiving support from Republican governors of 25 states. Trump calling for those governors to take it one step further and send their National Guard troops to Texas in support of Governor Abbott's efforts to secure the border. Mara Sirianni, Scripps News.
Well, Thaddeus Cleveland is the sheriff in Terrell County, Texas, also a former Border Patrol agent, and is joining us now for more perspective on what is happening there at the border as D.C. perhaps is poised to take some fairly dramatic action here. Appreciate your time, sir. Thanks for being with us here on Morning Rush. I'm curious, in broad strokes, for folks who don't live in Texas or Arizona or California or parts of Florida, talk to us about why you think the border issue is worthy of national attention and is more than just a border state issue.
Hey, good morning, and thank you for having me. And I'll tell you what, now I've been sheriff for almost 2 years now, and before that, just over 26 years as a Border Patrol agent. And before that, raised on the border. I've spent all my life on the border, except my time in the military and my time in Washington, D.C. headquarters. This border issue's been going on that long and much longer before. And I've spoke on many times in many, we had 4 administrations going from President Clinton to President Bush to President Obama to President Trump. All 4 of those administrations contributed to a safer, more secure border. It got to the point where President Trump, what he did by holding Mexico's feet to the fire, as well as instituting the MPP, Migrant Protection Protocols, which is what we need back right now to stop what's going on. Would solve a lot of stuff. But I guess to get back to your question, this affects our border communities because they're here, they cross the border for a short time, and they're going to places where you're at now, all across the United States.
As you said, this has been an issue and has been a topic of conversation for decades, and no one has really seemed to get it all the way right. Right now, how are you feeling when it comes to talks about the border and what's going to happen next? What do you think are the next actionable steps to give some real tangible results and to move forward?
First and foremost, what I've seen in the Senate, what they're proposing, it isn't going to work. What we have to focus on first is securing our border. Once we secure the border, then you can start looking at some sort of immigration reform, because if you start talking about immigration reform before you secure the border, you're going to continue to have that draw of people. And we start putting limits. We see the term that they're going to use 5,000 people as a measuring stick. I'll tell you what, when I was a Border Patrol agent in Arizona and we'd make seizures of marijuana, it got to where the assistant U.S. attorney wouldn't prosecute anything under 500 pounds of marijuana or anything under 25 people in a smuggling load. So what you started seeing is 499 pounds, 24 people. The cartels are smart enough to work it just under the laws and continue to flood our border with people.
And when you say, obviously, folks.
Well, I'll stop
that
sharing that
crazy?
one because of the internet messing up for me. Some reason.
Isn't that
Like I said,
crazy? And thank you, Sam, for
That is
joining
crazy.
us. And we're glad you're
I
actually
mean-
possibly going to get your surgery. We'll keep you in our prayers, sir.
Yes, sir.
But
He likes
isn't
to
it
eat crayons.
amazing?
Uh,
Isn't it amazing how they know how to circumvent the laws?
it's
Well, it's
amazing
not
the
really
criminals
hard.
that know how to do that, especially ones that don't get caught.
What they're not enforcing the laws that are already on the books, even.
That's right, they're not.
Yeah, I mean,
But the new
well,
laws
I mean, you
that the
put up razor
Democrats
wire.
are
Well,
the new laws
mean,
that they're putting
you're
in,
talking about all
they're
these immigrants.
circumventing by shorting themselves on drugs and under body count, so they're not breaking the law.
Well, no, well, on that point too, they're wanting to put up the razor wire in Texas, and they're saying they need to cut it down for Border Patrol to do their job. Well, evidently they're not coming through the razor wire, and if they're migrants wanting to come across, why don't they come across on the port of entry instead of coming across the river illegally? So you're already breaking the law. So what does a razor wire have to do with it? I mean, put up the razor wire and that's it, you know? And speaking of
You
that,
put
I'm
up
gonna
the
see if I
fence and you put up the razor wire to funnel them to the ports, not just so they can be stupid and crawl through or over the razor wire,
yeah, but if you
which
put
I
enough,
think would be idiot.
Exactly.
if you put enough razor wire there, they're not ever going to get over the top of it without getting cut all to hell. I don't care what you put
Well,
over it.
the
It
way
goes
they
through
see it is,
bugs and everything, man. It does.
that's whenever the humanitarian part comes in. Oh,
Yep.
That's where this thing
I'm
hates to
all
pause.
for human, man, but I'm all for people being nice to people, but I think we're so far beyond niceties anymore that it's disgusting to me, man. It just
You
is.
are 100% right in my vote. This is from the
Well,
border,
yeah.
direct from the border. These are some friends of ours on the logbook that's filmed it. It's kind of
Yep.
short. It's only a minute long. So
Those people keep a moving, and that's what tortures me.
Texas
There's
has
them
released to
white
block access
buses.
to the more than 24 Republican governors have supported the state's actions.
that
The
gap in
border
the
battle
fence.
growing in Congress and threatening to upend a bipartisan deal to overhaul our nation's immigration policies. President Biden, Congress.
That fence there is so rickety that you can just pull the bars apart, and then there's a big gap on the fence right behind it.
Now that's the old fence.
Yeah.
To pass the deal, which he said would include the toughest set of reforms ever in our country to secure the border.
And then they bypass the gate, come from the river here. These gates are completely useless. No barring, nothing. No. All they have to do is count on this area here.
Now that's a video that some of our friends said. They said also through there's like little girls' panties and stuff like that laying all around in places
Little
like
boys
that.
and girls' panties laying everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not little girls. It's little boys they're abusing too. Let's not beat around that bush, man.
So, yeah.
So,
that's
for our last video tonight, Chad, can you pull up that last video I sent you, the investigator? JLC or something like that.
Yeah, but I wanted to show one more video before, but after
ahead.
that, I guess. So this is the one. This doesn't have to do with really immigration. I'll go ahead and show it first, I guess, if you want me to, or we can show yours first, whichever.
You're rolling the footage.
So this is what Biden did very recently. Let me scroll down. Is it a punch to Texas, the U.S., or what? Hold on. Sorry, I didn't know I saved that many videos. This is from Fox 26 in Houston. I hate slow internet. I don't know if it's just being slow or I need to restart or something.
Well, you're in Florida and it's cold outside, so it's probably the internet.
Especially if you have Comcast.
Welcome.
Yeah, we get made
back.
fun of
It's
for all that
President
too.
Biden standing in the Lone Star State.
Really? I'm sorry,
Wasn't
people, for
battered
technical.
enough by his border policy. The commander-in-chief added some insult to economic injury this week by freezing the export of liquefied natural gas. Just in case you weren't aware, Texas is the nation's top producer of natural gas, a growing quantity of which is exported to Europe and elsewhere in the form of LNG. Panel, President Biden's Department of Energy wants to conduct an analysis of the impact of these shipments, environmental and otherwise. Question, is this a coincidence or could the president be sending Greg Abbott a message? Bill, I know you've looked at this.
I think this is pandering to his base. I don't think it's with Abbott. But look, this is the dumbest public policy I've ever heard of in my life. You know, if you don't export LNG to these countries, what do you think they're going to burn to create electricity?
Coal.
They're going to burn coal, which is 10 times worse than natural gas. The United States is one of the few countries that's reducing its carbon emissions on a per capita basis right now. And the way we've done it is by closing coal plants and instead using natural gas to generate electricity. That can be exported over the whole world. We've got a huge surplus of it in the United States. It's nuts not to do it. But it's also politically stupid. I mean, we just get a poll that shows that Gutierrez and Allred are within a couple of points of Ted Cruz. They've got to be pulling their hair out this morning. Not only is Biden like shooting him in the back on his border policy, now he puts another bullet in him and saying, we're going to do away with Texas' biggest export. This is dumb politically. It's dumb from a policy standpoint.
Absolutely.
Any thoughts here, Chow?
Well, I don't think that politically, I actually think this strategy of halting and taking a look and just, by the way, they're exporting LNG at record rates this year. There were 7 plants in Texas and Louisiana. This is just a way to look and see if the new projects are within the confines of national security, climate change. I do believe that Biden is looking at his younger base, and the younger base is saying, look, we are serious about climate change. As a mother with young children who are going to have to grow up in this world, it is something we think about. We don't think about it day to day because it's, 10, 20 years down the line. But look where we are now. We're 10, 20 years down the line talking about climate change 2 decades ago. So yes, this is at least a judicious response to just reviewing things. We're not halting LNG exports.
Okay, well, you can almost hear drip on the campaign trail.
Yes.
Drill, baby, drill.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, listen. This is Biden. I'm sorry. I hate to wake you up. Listen, I listen, but look, you have got to not stop this. Bill is 100% right. If they're not doing, when I went to Oman, they were talking about LNG in 2014, 10 years ago, about this. If you don't do this, it is going to absolutely increase fossil fuel burning and coal and everything else. This is going to hurt the planet, not help the planet. This pause, and let me be clear, it's not all LNG. This is new contracts only. But to halt this, these people have worked hard to get these contracts. They will go to other countries and buy this LNG from them.
So guess what the other main LNG country is?
Russia.
Russia.
Yeah. That's why they blew up the pipeline.
Exactly. So that means all of these countries are going to have to go to Russia for their natural gas. So tell me that's not a way to try to, like,
well,
Dion said, maybe you're right. Maybe it is war preparations. They said they're halting all new contracts, just like Biden did with the oil when he first got into office, was halting any new drilling. But
well, that's why I'm not still working in the gas and oil industry. Thank you, Biden. You caused me to lose a good job.
But since that was about Texas too, a lot of it, since Texas is one of the main producers of LNG, I just wanted to throw that one in there too. That
well, they just recently this week cut all the contracts in Louisiana and halt production, construction of the LP gas plant down there.
Yeah.
Where it could be exported.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about. I don't know why that just came up there like that. Oh, that was probably old Dion down there.
So basically, they got butt hurt because they wouldn't go along with, the government in Texas about the border. So they just, did a nana boo boo kind of thing with the gas thing. Look,
maybe,
or I just don't understand the childish crap, man. I look at these people and I can't even believe they're adults. I can't. They don't act like adults. Not the kind of people I grew up around anyway.
Yeah, me either. So,
yeah.
I don't want to call them children because I don't want to offend kids. That's the one thing. All this shit that's happening over the last few years, especially the last few years, is that it pisses me off that I don't have anything that I can compare them to without offending somebody.
Well, that's the problem. We're too worried about offending anybody. We don't want to be offensive. You know what? Sometimes people's feelings got to get hurt so they'll freaking wake the fuck up.
Exactly.
That's
just all there is to it. There's my F-bomb for the night.
Well,
y'all should be proud of it.
I agree with that, though. Sometimes the only thing that breaks through that fog is being brutal about the truth.
That's the problem. When you speak truth, it offends people, so you can't speak the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They want
Until it's on their back door, they don't.
Fairies and sparkly ponies and rainbow whatever. All the skill
Until it's on their back door.
I don't think there's a pot of gold.
There's two for the night.
I don't think that there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow anymore. It's most likely a gender affirming center. And I don't mean that as a joke. I mean that as the truth.
I agree. I agree. We used to think there might be a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow that, Julie Garland used to sing about when she sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah.
Well,
but you know what? We don't have the rainbows anymore because it's too offensive.
Well, you definitely got the people going down the yellow brick road. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
well,
and going
this
to see the Wizard.
The Wizards of Oz is in the White House right now, and his little munchkins are out doing minion things.
I said this a long time ago. It seems like we're living in some version of Gotham kind of world with just a touch of Alice in Wonderland sprinkled in. Because let's
now
think
they gotta
about
remake
it.
I love you, Joe Fox. You're one of my favorite viewers.
Mine too.
Tell it, brother. Tell it.
We got the Cheshire Cat in the White House. That's Biden. And we got the Penguin in the Senate. And that's Schumer. Look at that guy. How does he not?
No, you got that wrong, Chris. We got the Mad Hatter in the White House.
Now, you ever seen the guy smile? He's the Cheshire Cat, man.
No, he's the Mad Hatter. Hell, he can't stand up or walk.
Okay.
And
But
when he
still,
talks, you damn sure can't figure out what the hell he's talking about because he don't even remember what he started out to say.
He's been like that forever. He's always been.
I really don't see Joe Biden actually making it to another election. I really don't.
They'll prop him up because
I don't either.
They all like that elder abuse thing they got going on there.
I really don't. I think his health is deteriorating so bad with dementia, it's unreal. But on with the show. On with the show. This guy here is actually, this was uploaded about 6.5 hours ago before it got dark. He is at Eagle Pass. He does a wonderful job. We have reviewed his videos before from Arizona. He does ride-alongs with Border Patrol, and he covers the hard stuff. So he's giving you we're going to give you a few minutes of his video. If you would, Chad, put the link to his video up in the description. He will be down there through the weekend along with other podcasters, including our friends from the Logbook, doing live feeds on what's going on. But he's going to give you a sneak peek of what's starting to happen now, today.
All right, here we go.
Coming in the last few hours. Also seen a lot of people stop by. More journalists are here. At the same time, convoy is supposed to come out here this weekend. Will there be clashes out here? Will there be clashes out here? How are we at our reception, folks? But that is some interesting. Yeah, I'm live right now. Out front of Shelby Park, but it looks like there's going to be some action this weekend. There's also rumor that Governor Abbott is coming, but I don't know when. But it's starting to become like a tourist attraction out here in this particular area.
That's kind of crazy.
I think tensions are starting to rise, and everyone knows that all eyes are going to be on Eagle Pass this weekend, only because one of the convoy has been getting a lot of attention. I know nothing about the convoy, but people talk about it. That's all people talk about, is a convoy. So she confronted. I don't know. She's some organization, a local. She's a local. She just confronted people pretty hard. Now we got something here that says, "In God we trust." God we trust. But yeah, Now we have more media out there. We have more media taking pictures. We got media here. We got media over there. It's starting to become I would start to say, tourist attraction. In the last couple hours, and I was filming, in the last couple hours, I've seen numerous.
Everybody got to get their video.
She's giving interviews now, and I already interviewed her, so I'll be posting up what she said to me very, very soon. Also seen numerous people come this is starting to become also a tourist attraction for curiosity seekers, right? They're coming and their friends are taking selfies and pictures in front of the Humvee, the National Guard. They're coming over, they're talking. One of the local residents, forget his name, he's taking me around. He was just here earlier. He's coming out this weekend here barbecue. They're gonna have, I guess, make tacos and barbecue out here on the lawn right here. I think it's good. I think there's going to be some really big stuff happening out of here this weekend, as far as different, maybe like factions of people, different belief systems. You know, people who are for this and people who are against this, or people that are on the fence. That gentleman right there, I don't know his name right there. He's very kind.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He's a local. He's been taking me
Yep,
around.
me either.
He's been taking me around all over the place.
People wanting to take selfies of themselves.
So
just
I
shows me
attended. Here, I'm going to give you guys some
how
good news.
oblivious they
I'll be
are.
here through the weekend. So,
Oh yeah,
Yep.
most definitely.
All right, we can cut it there, Chad.
we're going to get up.
All right.
I seen a
That's
good
just
this morning.
this is just you know, some of the videos that you can see pre-weekend, and you know, we're going to be going live with our friends from the Logbook as they cover events at Eagle Pass this weekend.
Yeah, we're
One,
about
if
to
not all
get
of
out
us
here
are all
to-
going to be on here.
Well, you know, it's not just Eagle Pass where these truck drivers are going. They're also going to
That's right.
And
Yeah.
what is it? Sidro,
Dane.
something like that, California. Sidro? I can't- I know it's down there off of 8 somewhere.
Smoke another one.
Yuma.
You okay? Oh, I forgot. Dion, did you set up the drawing?
Yeah. We got a
Yeah,
drawing
she's
today.
ready to go.
All right, so your last chance to hit # WWBD to win a Trump flag.
Yes,
Anybody
sir.
wants to hit it real quick?
Hear that?
I don't need to do that. I can get all the Trump flags
Oh,
I
that's
want.
right. That's right.
Yeah, but this one comes from us, so it's sentimental.
And I think it's our first official drawing.
Yeah, this is our first official drawing. There you go, Dean. Dean used to win all the time in another group's page. So he used to be the lucky winner, but then I started winning everything. So
And I never
All
won
right.
anything.
Me neither.
Well,
I still
Mama,
want to know
get your
what my
hashtag
white
in.
flag is.
Oh, we're getting
right.
up
So we're
there
counting
now.
down. Everybody got the names in. WWBD. Get those in. Let's get this thing done. I want to see somebody win that Trump flag.
Besides, I'm a moderator. That would be unfair.
You are on Twitch, but
We'll give her one for participation. How's that? All right, Mama Sally, give us a countdown from 10.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go.
Dean won.
There you go, Dean.
There you go. He'll start out exactly like on here.
Woo! Our first winner of our first drawing.
All right, I'm gonna put
Congratulations,
the email
Dean.
down here. And then just send me your address, and I will get it out to you.
You're welcome, Dean.
Dean, just send your mailing address to that address or to that email, like he was saying, and he will get you a Trump flag out.
Awesome.
I've got.
Well,
something
it's hard to
do.
believe it's been over an hour since we started this show. We want to thank each and every one of you for being here each and every week. We love you. And just remember, sometimes in life, you just got to say, truck it.
Yeah.
See you next week, folks.
I didn't have the outro out on yet, ready to go.
Chad, you're sleeping over there.
I am sleeping. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Love you. Peace out.